Hey, badass business owners. Today we are going to go over a profit and loss statement, and we're going to make it nice and simple for you. And it all starts with the number one calculation that I say every business owner needs to understand and know, and that is sales minus cost of goods minus expenses equals profits. Once again, sales minus costs minus expenses equals profits. If you've seen any of the other videos or listened to the podcast, you know I preach this. Now you're going to see why, because it is tied to your profit and loss statement, which is your business's report card. So hang in there. We're going to take a few minutes and I'm going to show you how to make it nice and simple. All right, so first off, we're going to take a look at a typical profit and loss statement, which is what you see right here. And when you're looking at it, there are four key areas on this profit and loss that you need to pay attention to. So let's take a look at what those might be. The first one is going to be the income columns, and you're going to see a section here for income. We're going to take a closer look in a minute. We have the cost of goods, which is everything that goes into making the product or service that you do. Then you have the operational expenses, the other expenses to run your business. And down here, you're going to have your final profits of the business. So when we take a closer look, you're going to notice here on income, it could be from services, products. You're going to have some money that goes out. You're going to make all kinds of money. So basically, anything that you take cash for, or credit or debit, you know what I mean, anything that you receive money into your business for is going to be captured up here in the top line. You can do it as one line, or you can do it in multiple lines to break it down. I'm a big fan of breaking things down. It helps you run your business better. Under the cost of goods section, this is going to be any materials that you use to provide your product or service, and also any wages tied to a service. So if you're a service-based business, like you're a landscaper and you hire people to do the actual service, that payroll is typically going to be up here because it is part of that entire cost of you providing that service. Then our next section here, I didn't mention this earlier, but I do want to point it out. This is called your gross profits, and it's just kind of like a stopgap before you pay anything else in your business. And it's going to be your sales minus your costs. So when you see this gross profit line, all it's doing is coming up here and taking the 36,000 of income, for example, minus the 17 in cost of goods, which gives us the 18 for our gross profit. It's the starting point for the expenses and the other costs of running the business, which brings us down here to the operational expenses. This is everything else that you spend money on in your business. You're going to see things like advertising, trucks, bank cards, insurance, meals, all the rest of your payroll to run your business is going to be up in here. Repairs, maintenance, telephone, uniforms, all that stuff. In this case, it's $7,500. So your expenses is everything else associated with running your business, the big ones being advertising, insurance, things like that. And then finally, our fourth section down here is the profits, which come at the very end. And that's when you take everything, you start with those sales and you start deducting everything else that you spend in your business gets down here to your profit. Now you're going to notice something here. It's sales minus costs minus expenses equals profit, which is how we got here. Remember, we started off at the top with sales, then we went to our cost of goods, then we did our expenses, and guess what? Profits. Remember that calculation? Sales minus costs minus expenses equals profits. There's a reason I tell you to make sure you memorize that for everything that you do and for everything that you sell, because it lines up with your report card, your profit and loss statement. You see, it's all right here for you. And that's the important thing for you to know. It makes it 10 times easier for you to be able to understand what your profit and loss statement is trying to explain to you. And if you want to learn more about your business numbers, don't forget to hit subscribe, because we're going to do all kinds of videos talking about your business numbers, because at the end of the day, we are all about helping you make more profit in your business. Now, if you want to learn more, there's another section. We got a playlist out there where we break down that profit and loss even more. So go ahead and click this link and in the show notes as well at the bottom, and you'll be able to go learn more about your profit and loss and dive in a little bit more. Now it's your turn. Go grab your P&L, and what do you see? Now that you understand how that flows with the sales minus the cost minus expenses equals the profit, does it make your profit and loss a little bit easier to understand what it's trying to tell you? And if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button like we talked about earlier. Ring that bell and make sure you never miss anything. And if you like what you see, please click that so it tells other people they should watch this video. If you want to learn more, we do have a course out there called KnowYourBusinessNumbersCourse.com. Feel free to check that out as well. Now get out there and be the badass that I know you are.